What's up, y'all? So, in this video, we're going to talk about the warning signs, what to look out for in the second coming of Christ, and we're going to talk about how some of these signs are Bible prophecy fulfilling right before our very eyes. Centralized global authority, the banks. We are all debt slaves. We all assumed that the one world government was going to be overtly tyrannical, undeniable, unmistakable. We didn't think it'd be subtle. There's been a subtle takeover for decades, long time. It's been in the works. The last person to really take a stand against the Federal Reserve was JFK, and well, that didn't end so well. But you have institutions like the World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, and the Federal Reserve who get to dictate everything, everything from inflation to interest rates, and it has power all over the world. And then you look at companies like Vanguard and BlackRock who manage trillions of dollars worth of assets. CEOs and board of directors of Fortune 500 companies don't even have power anymore. They're all at the whim of Fink and BlackRock, and they just do whatever they tell them to do. It's pretty much over, and nobody voted for it. It's hard to see because it's subtle, but we are all debt slaves, and there's not much we can do about it. Celebrity worship has always been a thing. All throughout time, they've idolized pharaohs and kings, warriors, and even, Elvis Presley in modern day times. So it's not like this sudden rise of Taylor Swift fans is anything new. I mean, they were look at how all your grandmas were over Elvis and the Beatles and all them. So it's nothing new, but it has gotten so extreme in the last couple years. People literally worship Beyonce, Taylor Swift, all these pop stars primarily, but athletes too. They're human, just like me and you. They're just people. I don't understand why everybody worships them the way they do when we should be putting all that love and devotion into Jesus Christ, not another human being. But that was prophesized in the Bible that in the end of days, we were going to hold idols way up here. The Euphrates River is mentioned multiple times in the Bible, but most significantly in the book of Revelation when it's talking about drying up right before the end of days. What are the odds that's happening right now as we speak with everything else that's going on in the world according to Bible prophecy? If you don't know what I'm talking about, pause the video and look it up. I mean, that river is pretty much dry and it's happening right now. Yeah, there's no denying this one. I mean, there's natural disasters that happen all the time now. Somewhere in the world, volcanoes going off, there's a huge earthquake, there's a devastating landslide or storm. We're just so conditioned to it that we think nothing of it. But it wasn't always like that. In the last several years, it's gotten more and more intense, and we've just come to expect it. This next one's going to piss people off, but you need to hear it. There's way too many people being led astray by false prophets. These pastors that are worth millions preaching out of mega churches about the importance of abundance. These priests that are hanging pride flags inside their churches as if it doesn't clearly state in the Bible that man shall not lie with man as he does woman. Okay, this happened in 1948, which was a long time ago, but it's still Bible prophecy that's been fulfilled. Israel's response to the October 7th attack has been so brutal that the entire world has stopped feeling sorry for them and started condemning them. Now, all we're waiting for is to see if Russia is going to attack and fulfill the prophecy predicted in the book of Ezekiel. A Turkish member of parliament gave a speech where he was condemning Israel. He took one step away from the podium and then collapsed of a heart attack. Right after Iran attacked Israel, their president passed away in a helicopter accident. I mean, that's just way too coincidental. But the Bible does clearly state that God says, do not mess with Israel. If you look on YouTube, there are thousands of videos of people prophesying, stating that they had a near death experience and Jesus told them to go spread the word, people having visions and dreams. And I don't think it's any coincidence that you came across this video. If you look out there, there's tons of people all saying the same thing, that Jesus is coming back and we need to be ready. In 2014 and 2015, we had four lunar eclipses that happened to coincide with Jewish holidays. I wasn't too invested with this past eclipse that we had. I didn't think too much of it until I heard that it was going through a couple towns called Nineveh. If you don't know why that's relative, pause the video and look up Nineveh and Jonah. So this one's kind of easy to overlook. We honestly take the internet for granted these days. We've just gotten so used to it. But the fact that it was predicted thousands of years ago is pretty incredible. Not just that, but travel. If I want to hop on a plane and go to Japan, I can do that. I mean, thousands of years ago, that was not possible. If I want to go visit my family 2 hours away, I just hop in a car and boom, I'm there. We don't have to rely on horses anymore for transportation. I mean, that's something else we just take for granted. But again, that was predicted in the Bible thousands of years ago. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the end of this video. I'm going to do a part two pretty soon. There's still more signs to talk about, as well as the signs that we're still looking for. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. Please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe maybe if you want to. That would be cool. And I'll talk to you guys soon.